Yo, 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 what is up, fam? It's the dude Fanof here. Welcome to another video. I'm right, guys. Had a day off, guys, yesterday, but I'm back. It's, the nightmare of Jimmy Fallon, guys. Guys, I didn't watch that much late night growing up, okay, guys? I mean, I did, but not Jimmy Fallon, guys. Like, I only watched Conan. Man, I only watched Conan, bro. Like, I tried watching Jimmy, but, you know, he just had a different energy, bro. But now Conan, I don't think Conan even does his show no more. But let's check it out. Let's check it out. The Late Nightmare of Jimmy Fallon.
There's an undeniable sincerity that emanates from Jimmy Fallon. He's not just a talk show host, he's a friend you've known for years, inviting you into his world with open arms. Since his late night debut in 2009, Jimmy has almost unanimously been loved by fans and celebrities. But not anymore. The people closest to Jimmy, the ones he relies on the most,
So every YouTuber is making videos about apparently their downfall. He's still doing his show, guys. We're gonna it's about highlighting, you know, the bad things I guess he did.
have come forward to reveal that his actual character behind the scenes is the total opposite of lovable and genuine. Erratic behavior, outbursts, intimidation, avoid eye contact.
Also, I have problems with eye contact as well, though, occasionally, man.
Nobody told Jimmy no. These quotes don't sound like the unapologetically joyful Tonight Show host we know, but these revelations might not be shocking to some. As many people have speculated, Jimmy's nice guy persona is entirely fake. More specifically, his fake laugh.
Guys, do you think it's a fake? Honestly, nothing wrong with a little fake laugh nowadays. In my opinion, guys. Usually when I don't have anything to say, I'll just like fake laugh. Anyone else do that? If you have done that, let me know in the comments below.
Jimmy.
Well, I do admit, you know, when somebody's laughing, it's kind of like, it's hard to talk over them. That's one thing. That's one thing about the fake laughs.
Jimmy will laugh at just about everything, to the point where he sounds like a programmed laugh track being controlled by a producer backstage.
If you think about embarrassment, scale of 1 to 10, okay. 1 is just like being a person walking down the street, and 10 is, for me, co-hosting the Oscars with James Franco.
Hey, it was a good joke, you know? Good joke. You know, with my fake laughs, I don't crouch like that, but Jimmy, you know, it might be a real laugh, guys. You guys, you know what I mean? I never worked on the set.
Without letting Ann mention why this was embarrassing, Jimmy just bursts out into laughter when
I mean, she made a joke. I got the joke. I might not have finished it, but you know, the joke's about talking about, you know, whatever, making it like vaguely insulting the guy.
there was nothing funny about what she said.
And then he tries to connect my my right foot to my left arm, and he's trying to
The guy's been doing shows for like 10 years, man.
connect them like this, and I'm in such pain. I go like that. Yeah. And his
Guys, I can guarantee you there's only like a handful of articles that are flaming him. Potentially.
and his belly goes in my mouth.
Even
Hey, the audience also laughs, though.
Ryan Gosling looked at Jimmy confused as to why he was laughing
Bro has his dog on the stage as well.
so hard. They both play it off
His dog almost looks like a coat. Like he has his coat, like just chilling there, like it's too hot or something.
awkwardly because they quickly realize this is harmless and it only makes them look better or funnier. There's no point in calling him out, but Taylor Swift wasn't having it.
The VMAs are coming up August 24th.
Like some of the hugest idols, right? One of the hugest artists right now, guys. They got Taylor Swift on there. Wonder how long ago this was, guys.
And they're saying, I heard that Taylor Swift will be performing. Can you confirm or deny?
I mean, we've had a really good time today.
Taylor?
So,
Taylor?
see where I'm going with this at least. Nobody ever listens to me.
Oh my
Finish a
God.
thought.
Oh my God.
So what I was saying is
You're not even
that...
looking at me.
Somebody, it's not a screen record, guys. Somebody's like holding up their phone, but they still got good quality on this.
Because I'm trying to think of what to say next.
If he isn't interrupting them with laughter, he is interrupting them with other pointless talking. Taylor Swift's frustration was a little more obvious than David Spade's.
Carson wasn't even the first one, but I squeaked on.
You did stand up.
When I did, I'll tell the story. When
David just gave him a little jab, and Jimmy knew he was wrong for interrupting the comedian. So he
Guys, I would do. He's laughing about, guys. He's laughing. He's laughing at the money in his bank account. He's like, "Yo, I got all these millions. I got nothing to worry about."
He tried to make Dave look like the bad guy and walk off. This wasn't the first time Jimmy walked off set to avoid an awkward situation that he caused.
No, it's about how you can beat a human being down
Don't
to...
tell anyone. It's okay. Let them
Just see the movie.
or not.
Or not. You know what the movie's about, kind of, right? Yeah, so you don't need me. You don't need me.
No, do it. It was
you
nice.
don't need
You
me.
doing it.
No one
Do it. You should do it.
needs
No,
me. It's fine.
okay.
Let's go.
No, come back. Come on, man.
This is a safe way to play off his awkward interruptions because no host would ever walk off their own show for a time.
Bro. And some of you guys flame me about my awkward interruptions. Guys, it's a reaction video. That's the point of it. I try my best to add, like, you know, my ideals here.
Tiny error. Often it seems like Jimmy has nothing substantial to add to the conversation but feels the need to interrupt or explode with laughter. The internet has memed Jimmy's antics into oblivion. While some say he
Hey, there's a market for this, guys. You guys got... There's, like, people that just, like, you know, take the same, like, video clip of Messi and they slap it on, like, random shorts as, like, a fake reaction, and it gets views, you know? There's a whole market. He's got millions of viewers.
has a
But then again, you know, I still don't watch his stuff.
huge ego and wants more spotlight for himself, it seems like he does this to maintain
But part of the reason, guys, I probably watch late night. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't have the TV in my room. Late night shows. The whole genre, guys.
control. He fears dead air, a boring story, or an unfunny joke, so he jabs his way into the conversations with quick jokes or laughs in an attempt to make sure the audience is engaged, but then it ends up doing the opposite. I mean, every time a guest is talking, he leans in, stares at them intensely, maybe reaches his arm out, and is waiting for a split second to interrupt to make sure you are entertained. The other thing that agitates people is how he showers every single guest with compliments. You're my favorite, we love you, it's my favorite movie, my favorite album, as if celebrities need any more.
Hey, bro. The celebrities, they spend, like, you know, they're doing promotional work. They spend like a year or so or whatever, how long they've been working on the project. Jimmy's a nice guy, I guess. I don't know.
Or ego stroking. Jimmy's defenders think all this controversy
I would do the same, bro. I'll do the same.
is ridiculous. Should he not laugh?
Excuse me.
Just sit there and be awkward? His show is supposed to be fun. He just wants his guests to be relaxed and confident in front of a live audience. This can definitely explain his overreactions to guests winning his minigames.
Sounds like a poodle.
Yeah.
A labradoodle.
I wonder if he did it like, does it like Conan, guys, because she might already knew the answer, guys. Occasionally they'll do like, they'll do the whole interview without the audience being there just for practice before the show starts, guys. I would do the same, bro. Never been on no late night show. Probably might not be on no. Has Mr. B's been on a late night show, guys?
Now, it seems ridiculous to nitpick this from Jimmy because fake reactions have been a crucial part of TV and YouTube forever. David Dobrik, KSI, and Joe Rogan have been large contributors to the fake laughter, fake reaction epidemic.
Okay.
Bro, it's not an epidemic, bro. Hey, at least we're showing up to work. I call it an epidemic, bro. When I call it a beneficiary kind of thing.
Hey, and if you think there is, it's very like, I know everything. I kind of do agree with a lot of what he says.
Jimmy is a people pleaser and just wants to make everyone comfortable, bless his heart. That laugh does the opposite to me. It feels like he's hiding something. And Jimmy may be hiding something, a lifetime of alcoholism. And the reason he began drinking may shock you. But first, a word from our sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is
Gambling.
the easiest place to play fantasy sports.
Gambling.
Get in on the NFL action
I thought they banned gambling, bro.
with their pick'em game. All you have to do is pick whether your player will have a higher or lower stat total for week 7 of the NFL season to win big. Pick between 2 and 5 players to build a pick'em entry. Underdog is available in 30 plus states and Canada, including California, Texas, and Florida. Here are my picks for NFL week 7. I got Joshua Palmer going lower than 54.5 receiving yards. I got Dak Prescott
Hold on, this game already happened, guys, but I have no clue if they won or not. If he won this bet, guys, let me know if he did, guys.
going lower than 1.5
This was last night.
passing touchdowns, and I got Justin Herbert going lower than 281.5 passing yards. I'll throw $200 at it, which gives me a max total payout of $1,200. Sign up on UnderdogFantasy.com or via the App Store with promo code PatrickCC. You can also use the link down in the description or scan the QR code, and Underdog will double your first deposit up to $500. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code PatrickCC. Underdog is giving you a special free pick for Week 7 of the NFL season. All Dak Prescott has been running for nearly the easiest way to make money. CC obsessed with Saturday Night Live.
Alright, we're good on the betting.
The program had been running for nearly 2 decades, and Jimmy was fully immersed, insisting on watching the program alone in pure silence because he hated unnecessary commentary from others. Although he could only see the clean parts his parents taped for him, Jimmy didn't miss a single sketch or punch.
Now, with what he said right there, reaction, unnecessary commentary. It's not the most lucrative business, but it is a still lucrative business on YouTube. If you, not even unnecessary, in my opinion.
Line and remained devoted to learning as much as possible. Ironically, his parents didn't want him watching adult humor sketches, but they would let him drink alcohol while watching. As long as I wasn't doing anything at night, I'd just sit by myself and I would have a 6-pack of Pabst. I don't know if I made it all the way through the 6, but I'd just sit there and watch the show and tape it. He and his sister Gloria reenacted sketches with friends before Jimmy discovered a talent for impressions, often impersonating actor James Cagney.
Bro, I didn't grow up like that, guys. How old is Jimmy anyways? I didn't grow up with, we had video games, bro. That video games kind of disassociated me from interacting with humans.
Cagney and comedian Dana Carvey. I was one of those kids who, if I hung around another kid for an hour, I was that kid.
But Jimmy didn't really have the growing up like that, guys, so it's different.
Fallon said, it was weird. I'd come home and I'd do his type of humor, his type of mannerisms, and my mom would say, okay, Joey, you want dinner now? Because I'd be acting like Joey Gonzalez. From a young age, Jimmy was an imitator, instinctively copying and mimicking things that he thought were funny instead of having the drive to produce his own material, which was an early sign of being the perfect late-night television host. Through hours of meticulously studying various comedy and musical routines, Fallon continued working on his craft and established himself as a performer at Saugerties High School.
Just like a career, kind of like, oh my goodness, bro. Ever since a young age, he wanted to do this, guys. Dreams do come true. Because I hopefully have a similar kind of story, guys.
Appearing in most stage productions. It was a rush. I think it was the rush of getting a reaction. Maybe it's acceptance. Maybe it's a thing where you're pleasing somebody. I want to be friends with everybody. And if you make a joke and everyone laughs, you're like, that's it, I scored. That's what I thought made.
Man, I was kind of funny growing up, but then just stopped when I got social anxiety.
making a friend was. You just feel like people liked you, so maybe it was that. Acceptance. It seems like Jimmy's people-pleaser mentality has been in full effect since his youth. His obsession with Saturday Night Live carried on throughout his time at St. Rose College in New York, skipping parties and events so that he could watch SNL as it aired. Fallon lived for the weekends when he would regularly board buses from his aunt's house in Fort Hamilton to perform stand-up comedy sets at Caroline's on Broadway and Times Square. On stage is where Jimmy felt most at home, and his urge to make audiences.
That's why I feel like social anxiety held me back, man. I used to have, I had like the worst ever imaginable kind of performance anxiety. Like in front of crowds, man.
His laugh couldn't be ignored as he dropped out of college in 1995 to move to Los Angeles, California to pursue comedy full-time. He secured a manager who got him very minor roles in comedy films like Father's Day and television sitcoms like Spin City. But it didn't matter because his dream wasn't to become an actor. Jimmy remained fixated on joining Saturday Night Live. After 2 years of working on his sketch comedy and improv skills with the Groundlings,
Becoming a history lesson, bro.
he took a leap of faith and auditioned for SNL, but bombed. This career setback could have killed his dreams as a comedian.
If he had given up, but he's not, guys. I'm interested to see how he got to his position as well, though, man. Because when I was in high school, it was when like Conan like they replaced Conan with this guy, so.
Altogether, but his obsession with SNL wouldn't let him give up. When he landed a small role on a Warner Brothers sitcom, Fallon negotiated a clause in his contract that would release him if he got on SNL. The producers agreed only because they thought it would never happen. This was my ultimate goal. If I ever cut into a birthday cake and made a wish, I would wish to be on SNL. If I threw a coin into a fountain, I would wish to be on SNL. If I saw a shooting star, I would wish to be on SNL. It's crazy. I had no other plan. I didn't have friends. I didn't have a girlfriend. I didn't have anything going on. I had...
Bro, he's like demanding the job at this point, guys. Well, that's the kind of people they want to hire, right, guys? Does he even get on the SNL, though, is a question.
In my career, that was it. SNL is notorious for its difficult audition stage. The series creator, Lorne Michaels, almost never laughed during auditions, and it would take a special talent to grab his attention. Fallon recalls 3 different people warning him about Lorne's lack of laughter, but he learned a lot from his first catastrophic performance, and his second audition, he would come prepared with nothing but himself and his impressions, something that he perfected over time. Jimmy marched on that stage, performing a celebrity walkathon with impressions of Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, Bill Cosby, and Adam Sandler. To his surprise, Michaels and other executives could not stop laughing. I was in the room.
Nice. But it might have been a fake laugh from him.
That day, says former...
We need to stop demonizing the fake laugh. Straight up.
SNL writer Tina Fey. He's one of 2 people I've ever seen who was completely ready to be on the show. Kristen Wiig is the other one. And Jimmy was ready like if there had been a show to do that night. Lorne Michaels informed Jimmy that his dreams were now a reality. He was going to be a cast member of Saturday Night Live. All Jimmy could do was look at Michaels and
always good to see these success stories, though, guys. Not gonna lie. Shut up.
tell him, "I'm going to make you proud." He debuted beside the cast of SNL as a featured player during its 24th season in September 1998. Fallon established himself as a household name overnight, becoming known for his spot-on impressions of various celebrities and public.
I don't think the show's even live, is it, guys? Saturday Night Live. I don't think it is.
Public figures. While he was living out his dream,
it might be.
Jimmy was also developing a scary addiction that would come back to haunt him decades later. During their time at SNL, Fallon and Cashapp.
Snap, bro. I hope mine doesn't. Something like that doesn't happen to me, man. We recently got I took up smoking again. I just stopped like yesterday, man.
Cast member Horatio.
That's why you see me coughing so much.
Sands often drank together. Sands has described himself and Fallon as super functioning alcoholics and stated that kind of goes hand in hand with SNL. Some kind of substance abuse issues because it's so stressful you could easily find yourself blowing off steam a lot. Sands recounted how he and Fallon got in a couple of brawls. "I've seen Jimmy clock a few people," he said. "Jimmy could fight. I don't know where he learned, but he definitely scrapped with the best of them."
Bros. Oh my goodness. That's one reason why I don't I fear like gruesome people. Like that. I don't want to get hurt, man. Straight up.
Jimmy working in a high-stress environment and abusing his health to cope is potential foreshadowing for the work environment he would create on his own show. He always planned.
Wow, is this guy getting huge names on there? We got Drake, we got Taylor. Oh, MG, probably a few of the biggest names out there.
To leave Saturday Night Live after 3 seasons. However, Lorne Michaels offered him a role on Weekend Update with Tina Fey, which is essentially the comedic news section that SNL covers every week. Unfortunately, Jimmy also developed a negative reputation on SNL as somebody who can't hold in his laughter. At first, it was an innocent mistake that began in the famous More Cowbell sketch, when Will Ferrell wore a tight shirt that caused Fallon to break character. Every cast member was laughing during this skit because, well, it was hilarious. But that moment opened a revolving door of cast members intentionally trying to get Jimmy to break character, and he did break character. A lot. Interrupting the punchlines and comedic timing by laughing and giggling. While some thought it was hilarious, others found it insensitive and believed he was attempting to steal their spotlight and make the sketches about himself. Lorne
Is this where the fake laugh has spawned, guys?
didn't like it. The writers didn't like it. I'm not trying to do it on purpose. I'm trying not to do it. But sometimes it just got insane. I couldn't hold it in. It was just so much fun. SNL has always tried to maintain the best of the best when it comes to comedic talent. Comedians laughing at their own jokes can sometimes be seen as unprofessional. In 2004, Jimmy decided to leave SNL and move into traditional acting. He signed a 2-movie deal with 20th Century Fox with the hopes of becoming a prominent star in the industry. The first was a lead role in the 2004 action comedy Taxi, alongside then rapper turned
snap, bro, he's getting big roles as well.
Actor Queen Latifah. The other was the 2005 romantic comedy Fever Pitch, alongside Drew Barrymore. Both films received mixed reviews and had decent box office performance, but were not the first impression Jimmy Fallon wanted. With back-to-back disappointments, film offers rapidly decreased as studio executives grew hesitant to feature
bro was born for late night
Fallon in future projects. He experienced what he has deemed a lost period, characterized by a larger than usual alcohol consumption and uncertainty about his future career choices. I was probably drinking more than I should have been drinking, he confessed. It wasn't like sitting and watching old tapes of me on SNL with the screen flickering in front of me.
Guys, I only had one time where I got addicted to alcohol.
I was like, I can't.
And it was like a month long, but never again.
Can't figure out what I want to do. Fortunately for Fallon, the man who gave him his dream job at SNL was about to save him once again, as the host of Late Night had an opening in 2009 after Conan O'Brien was transitioning to The Tonight Show. But Jimmy didn't make the best first impression. Many quickly realized that Jimmy wasn't edgy or dark enough for late night comedy. GQ claimed Jimmy was too cute for late night audiences used to hanging out with the snarky, cool crowd, suggesting he was too corny. Yeah, the cool crowd was always beyond my grasp, he admitted. Late Night with Jimmy Fallon premiered on NBC in early March 2009. The series immediately outperformed CBS's The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson by
I don't even know who Craig Ferguson is.
500,000 viewers. Fallon also garnered more viewers than his predecessor, Conan O'Brien. Late Night with Jimmy Fallon was one of the first late-night talk shows to
You beat out Conan? That's why you replaced him.
Embrace social media and use it as an
I did not expect that though. That's a goat, man. Might be a little biased though here.
integral part of the show's engagement with its audience. Jimmy was able to connect with the youth who weren't watching TV at midnight in 2012 by regular uploads to YouTube, particularly comedic sketches and challenges with their favorite celebrities.
Ah, yes, man. That's where the videos that pop up in my recommended, man.
I got these tickets to the One Direction concert.
Ew, I love One Direction. Do you have an extra ticket?
Yeah.
Many of these videos amassed millions of views, but it was nothing compared to the dominance he would have on The Tonight Show. In early 2014, Jimmy Fallon transitioned to NBC's The Tonight Show, where he had big shoes to fill. From Steve Allen to Jack Parr, to the iconic Johnny Carson who stamped the show's legacy for 30 years, then Jay Leno and Conan O'Brien, it was now Jimmy's job to lead the most popular late night show of all time. He debuted to a staggering 11.3 million viewers, and despite all the alleged fake laughing, overreactions, interruptions, and being too corny, he dominated.
Yeah, guys, TV gets like so many more viewers than freaking YouTube, man. Kind of wild. Unless you're Mr. Beast.
Late night television.
11 million viewers on that one, like, debut. Like, guys, YouTube YouTube, like, no YouTubers get 11 million viewers when they upload. Nobody except Mr. Beast.
The show averaged 3 to 4 million live
Or there are a few other YouTubers. There are like a good amount of up and comings. We got Skibbity, stuff like that.
Current viewers throughout the years, but also embrace social media with their YouTube channel that has amassed 30 million subscribers, with multiple videos and the hundreds of millions of views.
9,000 guys. 9,000 videos, man. I could have like 90,000 if I actually did the work I should have, man, when I was younger.
A lot of Jimmy's segments mimic the format of YouTube challenges. Many of you have never even watched Late Night, but have seen tons of The Tonight Show's YouTube segments, such as lip sync.
Oh, for sure, bro. Twitter clips are getting, Twitter's like freaking getting so like popular. Like Twitter clips will get like 1 million views in or 10 million views quite quickly. I don't know why YouTube doesn't do the same though. I mean, it makes sense. The Twitter videos autoplay. YouTube doesn't really unless you're on a phone.
Battle, musical impressions, and Egg Russian Roulette, where he and his guests would engage in playful competitions resulting in funny and often viral moments. His comedic sketches and style often mimicked SNL because of his obsession and Lorne Michaels' production. Jimmy is like the personification of a golden retriever, and America loved him. And although the late night host is a high profile and often rewarding role, the pressure can be severe. Late night hosts are expected to be funny and entertaining every
I'm sure he's right. I'm sure there's some that want to just take his spot, man.
night. The constant pressure to deliver humor can be mentally and emotionally taxing. Late night hosts must stay up to date with current events and pop culture trends to keep their material relevant, which requires continuous research and adaptability.
That's not that hard, bro. Bro's got a Wii U.
The aspect of balancing multiple
And that's a good thing. I kind of got to do the same, bro.
roles can also be demanding, as late night hosts are not just comedians, they are also producers, writers, and often performers in various sketches and segments. Coming up with fresh and original content night after night can be creatively exhausting, as hosts must continually innovate to keep their shows interesting. Meanwhile, late night shows are often live or recorded in front of a live audience. This leaves little room for mistakes, and hosts must be prepared to handle unexpected situations. Therefore, late night hosts are very much reliant on their staff to help with research, writing jokes and sketches, making sure there are as little errors as possible. These writers and employees are Jimmy's lifeline. There is no show without them, and he made a crucial error on May 1st, 2023.
I wouldn't have a show if it wasn't for my writers, and I support them all the way. They got to have a fair contract, and they got a lot of stuff to iron out. And
is he gonna talk about the writer's strike, guys?
hopefully they get it done.
If there is a strike, do you go dark?
If there's a strike, yeah, I think we will. Yeah, I think we'll go dark. Whatever I can do to support the guild. I am actually in the Writers Guild as well, so yeah, I couldn't do the show without them, and I support my whole staff.
Although
I like his personality, guys. I actually do.
Jimmy says he will
Even if I like his on-screen personality, that's all. I like it.
support his writers no matter what, his staff says otherwise. As one of his employees took to Twitter to write, he wasn't even at the meeting this morning to tell us we won't get paid after this week. Jimmy Fallon, please support your staff. Had fun bowling with you last week, but a party won't pay my rent. I'm sure many of you have heard about the 5-month-long writers' strike in Hollywood that just ended, and the reason for the strike is quite simple. The Writers Guild of America is the joint efforts of 2 different American labor unions representing thousands of writers in film, television, radio, and online media. Writers are the backbone of Jimmy Fallon and all of Hollywood's content. Without them, there are no jokes, no scripts, no stories, nothing. Yet somehow, they are the least compensated, with most of them earning below the poverty line in salary. Writers make a bulk of their earnings through residuals, which is a percentage that gets paid out to them every time a movie or show is streamed or syndicated in the future. But Hollywood executives restructured the industry during the streaming era, so these
I really hope they got the money they deserved here, guys.
writers get basically nothing after the content is uploaded, and the studios are profiting tens of billions while the people who are actually creating the ideas from scratch are on food stamps. So Jimmy's saying he supports his staff no matter
I'm also on food stamps, guys.
Matter what, but not increasing their salaries to a livable wage had them pretty pissed off, which led to a Rolling Stone article that contacted over 50 Tonight Show employees revealing what Jimmy is really like behind the scenes. Although many praised Fallon for his immense talent and comedic gifts, nobody spoke on record or had positive things to say.
Took 18 minutes to build up to that. What I guess the worst things he did
say about working on The Tonight Show. Interestingly enough, 3 employees who originally worked on late night claim a dramatic and ugly shift in working environment occurred once they transitioned to The Tonight Show. People that worked under them felt this pressure that if you made one mistake, you were gone and would be easily replaced. From 2014 to 2022, there were 9 different showrunners. This concept.
So if you guys don't know, the late night or the Tonight Show is the one that gets more viewers, I guess. Like it goes like the Tonight Show and then the late night, I think.
Constant change in leadership gradually.
The late night will play right after the Tonight Show.
Created a chaotic atmosphere among staffers who expressed their loss in faith in senior leadership. Nobody told Jimmy no. Everybody walked on eggshells, especially showrunners. Another former employee says, "You never know what Jimmy you were going to get, and when he was going to throw a hissy fit." They described Jimmy's temperament, mood, and treatment of staffers as erratic. They suggested Jimmy Fallon was unpredictable, having witnessed him snap at crew members over the smallest things. They also claimed Fallon occasionally berated and belittled staffers out of frustration. 3 former employees said that he berated them in front of other colleagues and crew members. It was like, if Jimmy's in a bad mood, everyone's day is fucked. When something was wrong, we all knew how to behave afterwards, which was just sort of avoid eye contact and don't make another mistake. The article then dives into Jimmy's SNL skit in 2000, where he did an impression of Chris Rock while doing blackface. Jimmy apologized for this skit that resurfaced in 2020, and the article followed up this information with an employee alleging that the staff tried to sweep this controversy under the rug. A black employee claims that showrunner Granite Benderman kept asking them, "What is going on with your hair?" trying to paint the picture of a racist environment behind the scenes at The Tonight Show. Employees claim that they experienced deteriorating health effects due to the environment, hair thinning, extreme weight loss. Mentally, I was in the lowest place of my life. I didn't want to live anymore. One longtime employee says they never reported their issues to HR because early on in their tenure at the show, they saw colleagues of theirs attempt to speak to human resources representatives and subsequently got fired from the show. "They don't protect us," the former staffer says. "They don't do anything for us." Many of you watching have probably worked in a toxic environment and have experienced similar ramifications as these employees alleged, so you can easily see this being a reality.
I feel for everybody that's been in a toxic environment, guys.
For Jimmy's show, others speculated that this is nothing more than a hit piece. Many think that Jimmy's short temper, erratic behavior, and need for nothing less than perfection is standard for someone putting on a show for millions and millions of people. They think most of the worst allegations are against the showrunners, and Jimmy has to take the blame.
Allegedly, he's like the Gordon Ramsay behind the scenes.
Since he is the boss. Most people wonder why someone wouldn't just get a new job if it was so bad. Then again, Jimmy did come from SNL, which was one of the most high-stress work environments that led to multiple employees suffering from substance abuse issues. So it's not that hard to believe that he could have created a similar environment thinking it's just show business. However, after Rolling Stone published the article, Fallon apologized to staff members in a Zoom call. "It's embarrassing, and I feel so bad," Fallon said, according to 2 people who were on the call. "Sorry if I embarrassed you and your family and friends. I feel so bad I can't even tell you." We don't have the full apology, so we don't know if Jimmy is accepting blame for all of these allegations, for just a few, or if he is just following the command of his PR team to avoid the same outcome as Ellen.
Alright guys, that's our video. Patrick CC, well done. Well done. Jimmy is the talk show host equivalent of door-to-door encyclopedia salesman. That is not a job. Like, what the heck? That's something from way back then. He reeks of fake friendliness. You don't think about him when he isn't around, and you want him to go away when he is. Ouch. Talking about like the fake friends. For everyone who protects Jimmy, you should watch Craig Ferguson and Conan O'Brien and see an authentic conversation. And I would watch Conan all day. I'm not sure if even no one will ever talk Conan O'Brien. I'm Team Conan, man. Alright, guys. See you guys next one. But yeah, Jimmy out. I personally also think it's probably like a little bit of a hit piece going on. I'll see you guys
Good
next one.
comedians